Welcome back, you beautiful fucks. It's me, Danny. And before we get started to this special video, I feel like shit today. Well, not that bad, but I had a sore throat earlier. Now I'm just stuffed up. You can probably hear it. And my nose is stuffed. So if you hear me blowing my nose, I'm sorry. If I start sneezing, I'm sorry. But nothing's stopping me from talking about today's character, Kaiju. One of my favorite Showa era monsters, one of my favorite mechs in all Kaiju franchises. There goes my brain. We're talking about the Showa era 1974-75 Mechagodzilla, also known as Mechagodzilla 1. This is also from one of my favorite Showa era movies, Terror of Mechagodzilla. I love this mech. I love this Mechagodzilla. It is fantastic, amazing. So right off the bat, we are looking at the Diamond Select Bank. So this actually came in two different variants. He had the one that was cut in half, so he didn't have his feet, or this one right here, which is the full-bodied version, which I definitely wanted. There's the coin slot. There's no tokens in there. There's no Chuck E. Cheese tokens in there, guys. Sorry, I did. It's all for display for me. Maybe I'll put my life savings in there, and maybe it's an investment. Maybe if I put a quarter in there, 70 years from now, I'll have 50 cents. There's the MG logo. So this is the first Mechagodzilla 1974. You can tell by that logo. And the likeness is pretty good. It's a little wonky in some proportions, but it's not too far off compared to what we'll see later. So it's pretty good. And I really do like this. It was only like $30 too, so it's very nice. So I'm glad I picked that up. And it's like 12 inches tall or something like that, so it's great. It displays really nicely. Right here, though, this is the 8-inch Bandai original Mechagodzilla. This came out in like the 1990s, maybe the 1980s, something like that, I forget. Again, this is 1974, as you can tell by the logo. At least I believe it is. And this one's okay. This is where the likeness is not fully there. It's definitely, it kind of resembles a bit of the at least look at the head from the side profile. It reminds me of like the VHS box art for Godzilla Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla. If you know what I'm talking about. I gotta blow my nose. I'm sorry, guys. Oh, this is about to be disgusting. I'm sorry. Jesus. It hurts me more than it hurts you guys. I'm sorry. God. I don't know why. I have a cold. It's that time of the year. It just happens to be. Just a man with a cold and a stuffy nose. I have some tea brewing over there in the kitchen, so I'll get to that in a second after I finish this video. It's cooling off. Anyway, back to this figure. Yeah, but it's okay. It's not one of my favorites. I wanted to get it because, again, it's Mechagodzilla, Showa era, one of my favorites. There's a size comparison, just a comparison in general to the next figure we're looking at, the Bandai Movie Monster Series Mechagodzilla. The original one, not the new battle damaged version or whatever. This is Mechagodzilla 1975 because it has the 2 on the logo on his arm, and it's blue instead of red. Well, the MG is blue. So this is a figure I saw when I was a kid, again, on YouTube videos of other people having it, and I wanted it, but I never could grab my hands on it because it was on eBay, and you can't physically touch things on eBay because it's on a computer screen, and if you did, it would just sound like... So, that would be bad. Anyway, but I found one on eBay, so I'm very thankful for that, and it's a really nice figure, but despite that, I don't think it's my favorite 6-inch Mechagodzilla. And we'll get to that in a second. But it's still a very good figure. The likeness is pretty much spot on. It's not too shiny. I think the new one that they came out with like last year, or however long ago it was, not too long ago, the store exclusive, I don't have that one. I've been on and off about it because it's pretty much the same exact mold, but it's shinier. And I think that's the one difference. And I almost wanted to pull the trigger on it, but I just kind of, I don't know, there's other things I want. I haven't bought, it's Christmas time. I'm Christmas shopping soon, so haven't really bought too many figures besides from Bag On, I think, which will hopefully come in soon. But yeah, His head doesn't turn around all the way. His spike on his dorsal plate on the back of his neck gets in the way. But that's okay. Is it though? He can't do the full spinny thing that he does, where he creates that vortex shield around himself. Oh no. A defect. Still gets a thumbs up though, because it's pretty good for. Oh Jesus. No. It's damaged. It's broken forever. This right here is the Bandai Creations, the Bandai America Mechagodzilla 1974. And this is why this character is, or this figure is my favorite figure of this character. I think the stance portrays him very well from how he was in the movie. This very robotic, stiff, arms out stance. I really like it. Danny from the future here. I completely forgot to mention, because I showed 2 of these figures in here. The reason why the one that you're looking at right now has a paint splotch on it. I just thought it was funny. I like to show it off because I thought that was part of the figure this is the first one I ever bought, and I thought it was part of the figure. And then I was fortunate enough to get another one later on down the line. I was like, wait a minute, that's not part of it. Silly me, and being a young dumb kid. Anyway, back to the video, and it's shinier than the original Bandai release. Now, again, I don't have the newer Bandai Movie Monster Series one that is shinier, so that wouldn't be a fair comparison to that one. But in terms of what the figures I do have, in my personal opinion, I think this would be my favorite one. I really, look at me, give me another W for Bandai Creations, Bandai America. You know, they didn't really get too many, so when they did get it right, I have to give them credit. Their proportions are slightly off. So that's not a bad thing though. If it's only slightly off, who cares? We'll just say they were more inspired with their sculpt. But just look at this pose right there. Like, that's such a good pose. I'm messing with it right now. I'm just showing off the articulation, which it has pretty good articulation. Oh God, I'm talking too much. My throat is going dry. Oh God, please don't give me another sore throat again. Jesus, I'm suffering, guys. Send me your thoughts and prayers. Jeez. Where's the NyQuil? Anyway, but yeah, I'm just getting emotional talking about such a great kaiju. What do you be considered? I think he's considered a kaiju still. Some people say like, oh, the mechs are not kaiju because they're mechs, you know, they're robots. But I still think they're considered kaiju. So who cares? Anyway, this right here. I'm drawing a brain fart right now. This is a small, probably 3-inch bullmark Mechagodzilla, I believe. I forget if that's the brand. I might be incorrect, so don't quote me on that. But this is a small little I like to say artistic because it's definitely not, or it definitely takes its own liberties with some of the design and proportions and the colors. So it's a nice little collection piece though. Very cute. I think my sister actually got this for me. Shout out to her. She was in New York City. There was a little shop there that sold toys, and she saw this. And it came with a box too. And it's a really cool box. I don't have it on me when I was recording this video. I have it back at home though, and it's a pretty cool little box. It is open obviously because you had to get the figure out, but still cool. It had some cool art on it. But anyway, so those are all the Mechagodzilla figures from 1974-75 that I have. Again, it's one of my favorite mechs, one of my favorite kaiju, and one of my favorite movies, Terror of Mechagodzilla. And also Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla, the first one's also pretty high up there on my list of favorite Godzilla movies because, you know, King Caesar, my favorite, is in that movie. But also, again, just 2 of my favorites in one movie, so I guess, I don't know. Titanosaurus is another favorite of mine, and I think I just enjoyed Terror of Mechagodzilla more. So, that's just me, though. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'd like to know what you guys think. If you agree, if you disagree, if you like this Mechagodzilla, if you don't, what's your favorite Mechagodzilla? I'm drawing a brain fart again. I'm sick. I'm sorry, guys. But the show must go on. Anyway, If you want to reach out to me, my Instagram is down below. If you like it, leave a comment. I'd appreciate that. Like and subscribe if you like what you see. I don't know what my next video will be. I might be talking about a lot of the content we've been getting recently with -1 and the new Empire trailer we just got, and also Monarch. Like, I might actually wait to talk about Legacy of Monsters. I'll wait for that to finish completely. But I am liking it so far. But we'll see what's next. Anyway, guys, I hope you all enjoyed. I hope you all take care, and I'll see you all next time.